I want you to hear me out for a second. If you really hate this world, if you really hate how things are going, and you want to live in your favorite fantasy universe, you might realistically be able to in not that long, maybe only 5 to 10 years, which, don't get me wrong, that's a long time. I don't know if I ever explained it in the past, but with the way AI is evolving, and with the way things like Neuralink and VR is evolving, in not long you can probably simulate a whole world while you're in a VR headset, or even more advanced. If you get the Neuralink thing, you can literally, most likely, at some point just go to sleep and live in that world. Not forever. For you it might be 10 minutes, but in the world it might be a whole lifetime. And with AI, you have infinite characters, you have infinite things that can happen, infinite interactions, infinite whatever it can generate forever. You could technically, I guess, live forever. That would become kind of a paradox if you live forever. How long will it be in the real world? Blah, 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 blah. But if you combine those two, maybe. First it's probably going to be rolled out in like some VR-ish form. You put on a headset, you live in that world, they can generate it. Whenever you're off work, off school, off whatever, you can go play it. It also raises a bit of question that if you have access to this, I don't feel like people want to work, because this world is not beautiful. This world is not their dream world for the majority of people. So if they could spend time in a whole nother world where everything is beautiful, that would make a lot more sense for them. It would make a lot of society crumble because there's nobody working. But you can also say that if you can make it so 10 minutes in real time and a whole lifetime there, it might be more worth it, because it might be like, oh, I just left the whole lifetime there, let me just go do this real quick, take care of my real life or something. It's gonna raise some problems, but I see in 5 to 10 years that you either do something with your Neuralink, put on a VR headset, you put in a prompt for, you can probably just be like, arcane, blah 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 blah, maybe design a character, maybe it's just you. And you can be who you want. You can be what you want. You can do what you want. You can be a god if you want. You can be part of every scenario. You can live out all of Arcane, for example, if you want that. And I think that is kind of interesting. That is kind of a fun thing. I mean, infinite games and infinite scenarios that you could just generate. And you don't have to think about real life. Because real life sucks, let's be honest. This is not always the greatest. So if somebody comes along, say you can have your favorite universe, and it'd be perfect. Of course you're gonna take it. Of course the majority of people will take it. We can already get their voices down, and we already got kind of the persona. So all we need is for some AI to recreate the movement, kind of like how they would, and interaction. We already have video game AI. We're there for a long time, and we have some that can already pretty real, like actually really good. Really, I don't know if it's a word, but interact with the world and with you. And if you get some, we already have the thing where you can talk to them, where you can recognize your voice, take that, and then respond with their voice. And we already have, I think I'm pretty sure the game like No Man's Sky is infinite. At least it has like AI that creates worlds. It might sound a bit cringy, but when you think about it, it's not that far stretch. If we can already create the worlds, the characters, the movement, we just need AI to really replicate like movement and to know like, oh, I'm being hit, I'm being this, I'm being that. Well, this is gonna take time, years maybe, and the first things we're gonna see most likely gonna be kind of buggy and not that big, but eventually we should get better and better, maybe even multiplayer at some point. That would be cool. And I feel like with a team who really believes in it, talented developers, and it's gonna be difficult combining all those things, but if you can do it, the profit is gonna be huge. I know a lot of people who would pay easily $40 for that, if not even more. I would. To be able to live in your perfect world, you would own the gaming market basically. If you can simulate any world, any scenario, with all the characters talking to you from any franchise or fantasy world, we're talking big bucks, but we'll see in the future.